Okay, for our second in the series on MLPs, we're going to learn to do a sequence. Let's call up the menu, and then we're going to call up our edit window, and let's open up menu items note card. And what we want here is the menu tours, the example sequences in our menu items example. Okay, in this menu we're going to call it scenes instead of tours. I much prefer that. Or scene. Let's try that. And then we want to change the button name for our first scene to scene, and let's call it mail. We won't need our second scene in this one because we only have that one set, and we don't need a swap because it's only a one person scene. So everything's all cleaned up there. Now let's save that, and we'll go to our sequences note card. Now all this stuff at the top is remarked out, you can see by the single slash / and we've already determined that we only want one scene, so we'll get rid of this second sequence example. And for sequence 1 that we're going to have in here, you can see here where it says menu, scene, link message, scene M, then it's going to give you some numbers, sequence 2 or 1. We come over here, sequence 2 or 1. Great. Okay, what we have here is our sequences example note card opened up, and we've deleted the second scene down below. Now what we want is, we can see here where it says link message, scene M is the button name that we gave it, sequence 2 or 1. And here we have sequence 2 or 1. Now the menu that this scene is coming from is mails. This is from our previous video and just a continuation. And we've copied and pasted our menu name here. Now with this simple sequence, we won't need avatar wait or whisper because we're not going to speak anything out on the channel, on the chat channel. And our first pose is actually sit 1. So we're going to copy that. We're going to change standing to sit 1. And because I made the animations, I know that they're 30-second animations. So I'm going to change this to a 30-second wait, because that means it's going to play for 30 seconds. Now, one of the tricks I just love doing, since I have that first pose and wait set up, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it over the rest. And then do it again, because I have 4 sits that I'm going to be playing. I want 4 set up. Now I can just go to sit 1, the second one, change it to 2, change the third one to 3, change the fourth one to 4, and I now have a very simple sequence. It's running through pose 1, sit 1 here, pose sit 2 here, pose sit 3 here, pose sit 4 here. And those pose sit 1 plays chair 7 1. Chair 7 1 over in our inventory of our item, and everything should be saved. And since in our first video we already set the positions for these animations, everything should be all set for us to go to options, shut down, and restart. We always restart when we change our note cards because the note cards are simply referenced when it restarts and everything is saved to memory. And now that it's restarted, we can go to Scene, choose Scene M that we made, and up a ball should come, and we can sit on it and then animate our avatar. And every 30 seconds, it will switch from animation to animation. You can change that 30 seconds to pretty much anything you want as long as they're looped. You're gonna each 30 seconds that you set, keep in mind that sometimes that may play that animation 3 times in that 30 seconds. It depends on the loop of the animation and how long it is. Generally from Walmart, I try to keep every animation to the maximum of 30 seconds. That way you're better able to put together animations and make it a longer scene.